What's up, gang? It's MPCavalier and the Doitindy crew, and we are at the Fountain Square Music Festival. Today is July 4th. It's the day of the first annual Fountain Square Music Festival, and we are hanging out right now at the beautiful Upland Brewery Propaganda Room, which has been overtaken by the festival as a kind of a hospitality suite for the performers and their pals, and we are hanging out with our new friends Modoc. Gentlemen, welcome back to Indiana. It's good to have you back home. These guys, you know them, you love them. They're originally from Muncie, hanging out in Nashville these days, and now they've come back to play the festival. Lots going on in Modoc land. Let's get right into it. They have an album coming out towards, let's say, maybe the end of the month, maybe fall. What's the album going to be called?
It's actually self-titled, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a rebirth.
It's a rebirth, yeah.
Yeah, and now there's some big stuff going on with the band. Not to get into too much detail, you guys have a pretty good deal going on right now. You got yourself a distribution deal, a management deal.
Yep.
So you got someone doing all the grunt work for you. Who's mixing your album?
That'd be this guy. He mixed the album.
So
So
and
if
the
it sucks,
mastering is.
we can all yell.
And this
right,
is,
it's all
this
my
is
fault.
Caleb, Kyle, John, and Cliff. No, it's Clint. We've been doing this all day, and drinking as well.
Yes.
Are you guys enjoying the Upland or the Fountain Square today?
This is the Upland Dragonfly.
This is the Upland Dragonfly. It's good stuff. I think we've covered that on Craft Beer Wednesday on Doitindy. So you have an album being mastered right now, so it's done, it's finished, it's all over but the shouting.
Yep.
You guys have done a self-released album before, which is very, very cool. It's called Fortune and Fame.
Yep.
I've been listening to it for the last couple of days. It's a really good. I hate to put labels on stuff, but it's a great American rock album. What do we expect from the forthcoming self-titled Modoc record?
Well, I think that we can draw a lot of parallels and likeness to Fortune and Fame. It's got the four singing gentlemen on it, and loud guitars, loud drums, very honest lyrics. I feel like they came from a very honest place when we wrote them, and then I think it's pretty. We wanted to go for a raw live sound, so that was what we were aiming for. So it's a little less polished, maybe a little bit more kind of upfront in your face.
Right, and this album was recorded in like different places, but you guys didn't go from studio to studio to studio. You went from garage to living room
to kitchen.
Yeah, I think it's a great organic way to record a record. And Caleb, you did the engineering and you did the mixing.
Yeah.
As a member of the band, how difficult is that at the end of the day? You've been playing, you've been listening to your boys play. You go back at the end of the day, and you fire up the laptop and you're listening back to it. Is it difficult for you, even a member of this band a long time? Is that a difficult exercise for you to kind of step outside of as that role as band member and into that role as impartial engineer?
Sometimes it is, because if I have to tell somebody they maybe could play the part a little bit better, I'm just the bass player, so you don't want the other guys telling you.
I'm a bass player too, and I never say that anymore. I never say I'm just the bass player. I say I'm the fucking bass player. That's exactly how you should put it from now on.
I will.
Good.
Yeah, a little bit, but I enjoy it more than I don't, and so I was happy that they let me do it.
Well, I heard a little bird told me that you did an amazing job.
He did.
Let's pretend that Caleb's not here for a second. Did he do a good job, or did he completely fuck it up?
He did a great job. We got a lot of friends that are monsters in the industry.
He's winking at me with his left eye. You can't see that from.
It doesn't suck at all.
No.
No, we got a lot of friends that are kind of monsters of the industry, and they all think it's great. And if you told them it was done in somebody's bathroom, they would never know.
Yeah, there's a lot of important people talking about this record, saying very good things about you guys, about the album. So it sounds like it's all happening.
Yeah.
That momentum is starting to build up behind Modoc.
Yeah.
You guys have been doing this for a long time.
We have.
It sounds like you're ready for your close-up. How's that feel?
Yeah, it feels great. We're hoping to be around the corner here in a little bit. So we've been working really hard, and just staying focused and not getting ahead of ourselves. I think one thing at a time. And that's kind of how we've started.
Right.
We've started out and we've kind of kept the same kind of thought process with that.
Yeah. So the name of the album is Modoc. It's going to be available through, I always say, all the usual channels. It's going to be available through iTunes and probably some streaming services, and you'll be selling it at the gigs, and it'll be...
it looks like it's going to be available physically, too, at a lot of indie stores across
very
the
cool.
country.
Yeah, so physical product is still... Are you doing a vinyl release, too?
It's
Yes,
also
we-
looking that way. You're going to want to talk to our manager about that.
I spoke to him, and he's like, I don't know, whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah.
He's pretty much hands off. You're going to be back in Nashville, which is your home base right now. You have a gig coming up. Is that August 9th? Is
Yes.
the pre-release party in Nashville. And Indianapolis is also lucky enough to get a pre-release gig here in Fountain Square at Radio, and that's on Saturday, August 17th.
Yes.
That's going to be the live pick of the week, August 17th, Saturday. Go see these guys at Radio.
And to be clear, that's the one we're excited about.
That's a big
You know what I
homecoming
mean?
show for you.
We left our hearts here in Indiana, I feel
Yeah.
like. And so we're really
We're
excited
saving
for
them
that one.
for you in a hermetically sealed mayonnaise jar.
Sounds good.
So you can have them back whenever you decide to resettle back here.
Sounds good.
Nashville got the
That's
better end of that deal, I
Well,
think.
we definitely have some shows in Nashville that are coming up too that we're pretty excited about.
Yeah, plug the
Right
shows,
down-
man. Obviously, what do you got coming up?
Well, down in downtown, Riverfront and Capitol Lawn, we're playing a couple of bigger shows. One Dancing in the District, which is a new thing they brought back, and then another one we're playing with Mute Math and the Wigs.
Oh, wow.
And that's in
August 3rd.
August 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh, and where's that's at the...
Capitol Lawn, I believe, in
Okay.
Nashville.
Okay, I'll make sure you check that out, Nashville people, regional people. Let's do 3 questions. Before we do 3 questions, I want to remind everybody you can check Modoc out. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter. They
Instagram.
got some Instagram stuff, and you guys also have some music that we can check out on your website, accessible through
Modocmusic.com.
Modocmusic.com. You'll see it all down there at the bottom of the screen somewhere. Also, don't forget you can check out all the goings-on in Indianapolis at doitindy.com. Follow me on Twitter at MPCavalier, hashtag SIMLAL, that's support independent music live and local. And let's do 3 questions with Modoc. We'll do a modified 3 questions because there's too many of them. So I'm a trio, I'm a Rush fan, ELP. 3 questions would have been easy with them.
Yeah.
You guys are throwing off my whole freaking game here. Let's start with Kyle.
Okay.
What song makes you happy?
Of our songs, or are we talking just
No.
any song here?
I would say that all the
I
Modoc
don't know.
songs make you happy because they're going to make you fucking rich. What non-Modoc songs make you happy?
Oh, I don't know. There's that new Vampire Weekend song that
Okay.
makes me pretty happy. Can't think of the name.
Is that
of
the
the
one with the
song
girl's
right
name
now.
in it?
You're talking about
The one that's
Diane
really
Young?
fast.
Diane Young. Yeah,
Diane Young from Vampire Weekend, it makes
love
you
that
happy?
song.
Yeah.
All
Love
right.
that record. It's
All right.
a new release for them.
Chuck. Clint, let's go to you. What's the cover song that you like to play the most? What song from someone else do you most like to play?
Probably Band on the Run. We do a
That's
fun-
I'm sorry, I keep touching you. I'm not.
Please
it's not a
do.
thing.
No, it's all right. If it is a thing,
You know,
it's no big deal.
I'm still happy.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but we're having like our own little party over here. Band on the Run from Paul McCartney and Wings. That's a hard song to play. That's like a little mini, one of McCartney's little mini symphonies there
Right.
going on. So there's a lot of movements to that. Do you like playing that one? Do you guys
Yeah,
actually
there's
play
plenty
that
to
song?
do in it, so we get to cover a lot of ground in that and see what we can.
So do you guys actually play that in your at your shows?
It's been a little
We've
while.
It's been a
do it,
while, yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard a band cover Band on the Run before. That's a great choice. That's cool. Caleb, is there an album that you cannot live without?
Yes.
Which one is it?
Probably Nevermind by that little band.
Yeah, that band from Seattle that
Nirvana, yeah.
a couple of people were talking about.
Yeah.
Nevermind, I mean, that broke, well, Nevermind to me was the wind that swept Guns N' Roses back out to sea.
Yes.
Thank God is right.
Yeah.
No,
No
yes,
offense,
I
Guns
agree
N'
with you.
Roses fans.
No, absolutely. It's okay to offend them.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it, but it was him. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's a very well-loved album, and, it shows up on a lot of people's kind of personal lists of, oh, well, if it wasn't for Nevermind, I still be listening to whatever crap I was listening to in the 80s.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
John. Sorry, we'll edit that. Do you have a particular guilty pleasure record? So you spend a lot of time with these guys, but when you know that they're not going to be around for a while and you get some time to yourself, what's that album that you put on? Because as soon as they walk back into the van,
Yeah.
they're going to make fun of you.
A guilty pleasure record. Actually, my newest guilty pleasure record, Justin Timberlake's 2020 Vision, or just 2020. His newest record is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay,
I don't know that he should feel guilty about it.
I guess
I would
Well,
feel guilty
it's
about
funny because that question usually gets the same response from the artist that, I don't believe in guilty pleasures, and it's silly to be. But the fact of the matter is that in our heart of hearts, we know that the guys always say, my friends always say, "Oh, don't feel guilty about that," but you know that behind your back, like, can you believe he listens to that shit? Modoc is going to be the name of the record. Modoc is the name of the band. I thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Charlie, Chris, Bob,
All right.
Ringo.
Jebediah.
Thank you so much, Jebediah.
Thank you.
No. They're all great. Kyle, Caleb, Clint, John. Johnny's our road manager. He's off camera. Thank you so much for getting us, making this all happen. And make sure you check out their album. Make sure you check out the tour. We'll get all the information to you. And hey, it's been 3 Questions with Modoc. Support independent music live and local. Do it indie. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's great.
I drew this.